Out here back at my happy place. Rubio Kilani Gardens, Coconut Island. Just getting some of that fresh ocean air. Hope you guys are blessed. Really long day today. Just trying to find a place to rest, find a place to rest. The Bible says the Son of Man doesn't have a place to lay his head. So just trying to find a place to rest, man. And over here in Hilo, it's about 5:51 p.m. over here. It's about 8:51 West Coast time. It's about 11 p.m. East Coast time. Hey, what's up, Rustin? Good to see you, man. You always holding it down. How you doing? Hope you're having a blessed evening and you're in better health. 10:51 for you. Right. Yep, 10:51. How's your health doing, man? How you feeling? How are you healing up? That's good. God is good, man. You brought you back to helping you recover and restore yourself. How was your day today? You beat it? Nice. Good job. Man, that's a tough fight to beat. You got a really good immune system. Wow. How long did you have it for? Your day was good? Nice. That's good, man. It's really good. 4 days? Jeez. Man, you had it for a minute. Yeah, I had it for like 2 weeks, so I'll take 4 days anyway, any day of COVID. We got the fishermen out here getting ready to do their thing. Yeah, it was all because of the Most High, right? Yeah, and Jesus, they put a time limit on that thing. The Most High said, we're not gonna let this thing go past four days, man. We're not gonna let this thing go past 4 days. That's what the Most High said. Hey, what's up, Chelsea? How you doing? Oh, you subbing? Oh, I appreciate you. God bless you. Yeah, God bless you guys. You guys been showing up when I do these lives. All my people, Sean, Nardi, hey, what's up, brother? Appreciate you guys for subbing and liking. I never had this many people. All of a sudden, I just got get so much love. Who was your biggest supporter? God, man. Jesus Christ, I would say, is my biggest supporter, man. Even when I don't record or if I don't post, the Most High God always support me no matter what. He always had my back, even on my lowest days. I would say the Most High is my biggest supporter, man. Say you're my biggest supporter. I appreciate you, Chelsea Is it Garcias? I don't want to butcher your name. Why don't you have a donate button? I'm not monetized yet. I think they want you to get like 4,000 hours and 1,000 subs, and you gotta appreciate you, Chelsea. God bless you. Yeah, you gotta get like certain criteria to have like a donate button. Somebody offered to send me like 500. I was surprised. I was like, dang, I didn't know people were that giving like that. It's pretty dope. Wow, you got 10K subs? Wow, that's a blessing. I thought about putting my Cash App in there, but then I'm like, I'm still kind of learning this thing. I don't want to start collecting money, and it's like I'm still kind of figuring this thing out, so I don't want to start charging people, and I don't even really know what I'm doing. I just come on here and just speak from my heart. That's what you have to get for a donor button. Oh, okay. What time is it for you? It's 5:55 over here in Hawaii. Yeah, it's out here on the Big Island, getting some cool air. I was thinking my daughter was gonna be up, but she knocked out. For you, it's 10:55. Nice. Yeah, for Rooston it is too. It's same time over there. Yeah, today I was gonna talk a little bit about. Oh, that water feels so good. Come on, God, just bring another wave over here. There you go. You see how I called that out, guys? Yeah, that water feels so good. We went to you're in Hawaii. Yeah, I'm out here in the Big Island. Never been there? Yeah, it's nice. I can take you there, show you around, do some of these lives. I'm gonna be out here for a while. We're at the Liliuokalani Park Gardens. Nice. Yeah, you should come out here and visit. It's really nice. It's beautiful. This is like my happy place on earth. It's coming out here. No one can hurt me with the power of God or you. Yeah, you're right, man. When you got the power of God, I was gonna talk today about American drivers, man. American drivers. Man, what's up with America and their driving skills, man? When I had to do the driving test back in the day, I don't know, I guess it wasn't that difficult, but God bless you too, Chelsea. I appreciate it. I don't know, it says a lot about a person based off of how they drive. Like, I don't think it's enough talked about that. Like, driving psychology, the psychology of drivers. You know, people get behind these cars, man, and they get so disrespectful when they get into it. It's something about a car that just changes a person. Y'all think that? Like, you catch them on their legs and they be walking, they be the sweetest, nicest, kindest people. As soon as they get inside a car, man, it's like they just transform into like the Hulk or something, man. It's like, I don't, maybe I shouldn't be too sensitive to bad drivers, but I don't like that, man. Like, people are too aggressive. Oh, they out here jet skiing. They not playing no games. They jet skiing for real. You should have way more supporters. Yeah, you know, I'm blessed for the supporters I have, man. God gonna give me who needs to show up, and he's gonna attract to me who need to be here, you know. Let's take a walk. So much your birthday? Nice. What you gonna do for your birthday? Driving in America is just Mario Kart with fewer power-ups and more road rage. Ooh, Agent 327. Ooh, that was a good one. Ooh, he said with few power-ups. I know that's right. I like how you said that, bro. You ain't never lie. I'm gonna go to Mexico. How cool is that? Yeah, I used to go to Mexico every weekend with my friend. He was from Mexico when I was in the military. We used to go, we used to have some good times, get some of those street tacos. The alcohol was like dirt cheap. Back when I was drinking, man, we was drinking like water out there. And it was just some great times. I didn't have any trouble. Some people say, you know, be cautious in Mexico and man, we was out there every weekend, like turning up. I ain't saying be, you know, just go out there wilding out, but I had a great time in Mexico. I didn't even have a passport. They let me cross over. I had to stay in that long line, but you know, I showed him my ID. He said like Mario Kart. Yeah, man, like they show your character how you treat people on these roads, man. I set my phone to where it notifies me when you go live. That's why I'm the first one here every time. Oh, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just try to come up here and keep it real, man. Like, yeah, the driving, man, America got to do better, man, with this driving. Be very player, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Mexico's dope, man. Yeah, the drivers. Like, when I came to Hawaii, I was thinking, like, I wasn't gonna have to worry about that. Like, when I was in Oahu, yeah, you have a couple of Marines that be some a-holes and tourists that just, they can't get right, you know? But, oh, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. He said I'm his favorite YouTuber. That says a lot. I appreciate it. It's dope. Yeah, they support me. My supporters, they be showing up. I've been getting like over 100 viewers on my lives. It's crazy. Like, I didn't think I was gonna do that good on YouTube, because sometimes, you know, I'm not reading from no script, you know, I'm just telling it like it is. And sometimes people want you to be like cookie cutter, you know, they don't want you to be outside of like what's politically correct. Yeah, I just started like 2 months ago, but that just goes to show you guys, you can get on YouTube and just be yourself. You know, you don't have to have no special powers, and, you know, you ain't gotta be, you know, sometimes people think you gotta have all these things. You know, just be yourself. God sent them to your wonderful human being. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You guys are wonderful human beings too. Even one viewer is someone choosing you over a million others. You ain't never lie. Agent 327, man. You guys are a blessing. You speaking some scripture right now. You ain't never lie. That's kind of like the mindset I try to stay in. I'm not perfect, you know, but you're right. Like, as long as you got one person who willing to show up for your videos, that's enough. You know, that's enough. That's a blessing right there. You ain't ever lie. Your viewers guide you because they love you and they love your likes and videos. Consistency beats talent when talent doesn't show up. You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie. That's why I was telling myself, like, you know, the least I can do is be consistent with my lives. If I'm not going to be consistent with anything else, with the videos, just stay consistent with the lives and just talk to the people. For me, the intention is just to show you guys that, you know, I'm thinking some of the same things you guys are thinking and seeing some of the things you're seeing. Who was your first YouTube supporter? That's a good question. I had a 10-year-old that I had went live, and it was this 10-year-old. I want to say it was like 2 10-year-old girls, because I forgot to cut off the not for kids setting or something. I didn't know like all the different metrics and stuff like that. So it was like I came on to comment on other YouTubers who were saying how hard life is, and then next thing you know, we were talking about middle school. So I had a supporter. They would come like every day, but then I was cursing. So she was like, my dad doesn't want me to watch you because you're cursing. I was like, you know, your dad's right. Yeah, I know, yeah, you're 10 too, but I had a couple others that came in when I first started. You know, I really reached to the kids really, really good. I think it's because being a therapist, you have a certain disposition where, you know, you tend to be more approachable and more kind and respectful. So younger people, they pick up on that. They pick up on positive energy. A lot of times adults write younger people off. Yeah, you remember her? Yeah, you was there. Yeah, I think you was. Yeah, you was there. Rooston, you sure was. I think it might have been you. I meant say your viewers guide you because I love you and I love you like your lives and your videos. Do you play Call of Duty? Yeah, you remember her? Yeah, she was saying her father. Yeah, it was you. It was. Yeah, it was you. I think you was the first one that showed up on my live. Do I play Call of Duty? I used to play Call of Duty every day. Back when it first started coming out, I couldn't put it down. I was like addicted. But as I got older, my eyes are not as strong as they used to be. Call of Duty, you will recognize when you're getting old, when your eyes can't keep up. Your eyes get tired. You know, you get like a little eye fatigue. Yeah, yep, you sure was. Thank you so much for being there. You were day one? You were day one? Yeah, I track a lot of the younger people. Let me see, let's take a walk. Yeah, so, yeah, they said they couldn't watch it because, so I said, I don't feel bad about yourself because I love you. Yeah, you sure did. Yeah, I remember that. Would you like to buy a mint condition 2018 penny for 2 cents? My dad died in the military. Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear about your loss. About the penny, I'm not really too much of a coin collector, but I do like looking at coins though. I'm not gonna lie. So you kind of caught me on that one. He said for 2 cents, 2018. Wow, mint condition, huh? Oh, sorry to hear that. What's the most rage-worthy game ever made? Call of Duty. I'm telling you, man, I used to be raging. Because people on there be camping and they're so good. Yeah, sorry about your guys' losses. One of my close friends lost his dad and it changed his life. it changed his life, you know. And yeah, the snipers, they're camping, and some people are just super good. Okay, Chelsea, have a blessed day. Thank you for joining. I'll be praying for you and your loss. Sorry that you lost your dad. Okay, bye. Have a good day. Yeah, Call of Duty is very rage-worthy. What else? It's actually a good question. Games that I want to be good at so fast and be good at right away, but I'm not. Was that your first live stream that I was at? No, I think I did a couple lives before at my house with my kids in California. I think I did a live. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. My daughter, she over here knocked out. I thought she was gonna be up. She didn't get to take a nap. She didn't get to take a nap today, so she over here knocked the hell out. Out. Y'all see her? Yeah, I want to say you was one of my first ones. Yeah, I want to say so. Yeah, I want to say you was one of my first supporters. I think so. Let me see. I love this spot, guys. I come out here just to relax and chill. I was looking at the news, a lot of people saying that a lot of people are not going to Las Vegas, and they say it's like a ghost town. Honestly, I've never been to Vegas. I think the only time I've been to Las Vegas is when my plane landed there. And they had slot machines in the airport. I think that was the only time I went to Vegas. Yeah, connecting flight. Yeah, I guess I was never into gambling. Well, that's another rage baiting game, is gambling. Like, gosh, that's why I don't gamble, because I know I couldn't manage my feelings if I would lose money. Because I'm like one of those stubborn people. Like, if I'm playing like a really cheap game and I lose, I'm gonna keep playing. Like something like a solitaire or, you know, blackjack. I'm gonna keep playing, like, you know. And then you get mad, you get frustrated. Yeah, but American drivers, man, it's not all, but it just seems like people get on the road, man, and they just don't give a fuck about you. Excuse my French. Like, you can have kids in the car. You could be on your way to a funeral. You could be having a bad day at school, at work. My brother counts cars on blackjack. Oh, okay. It's like, we gotta be more kinder on the roads to people, man. Like, California is really bad. Like, really bad on the road. Like, Hawaii is a little bad too, and on the Big Island, I wasn't expecting that. I know, right? He said American drivers treat stop signs like polite suggestions. I know, right? Like, you ain't never lying. Like it's a recommendation, you know. And I ain't gonna lie. Like, there's been times like I slowed through some stop signs, but I'll make sure I stop though. But sometimes I'll roll through. I ain't gonna lie. I try not to do that, but y'all ever get just anxious just being on the road? You're just like, man, like, let me just get off the road. Nice. How's your brother? I know you talked about your brother going to the Army. I remember you talked about that. Have you heard anything from him? Yeah, man, like, I'd rather just bike now. But even the bikers getting out of control. Like, the bikers are turning up. You know what I'm saying? Nice. That's Coconut Island over there. And you got the Gardens over there. My man jamming. I thought those were some black folks. Those were like some Hawaiians in there. I thought that was some homies from Detroit or something. They banging that ish, guys. And you said your other one's getting married. Nice. That's dope, man. Your family's blessed. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a blessing, man. You got some great examples. You know, really, really great examples. It's awesome. You know. Yeah, so I'm working on myself, guys. Trying not to taking the driving too personally and getting too mad and annoyed. You said you're becoming an uncle. Oh man, you got a lot going on. Your family's turning up. How do you feel about all these changes, Rooston? You're only 10, man, and you're like taking off. How you feel? You ready? Be an uncle? That's nice. That's good, man. Yeah, you're really mature for your age, man. You really take into account the word and the power of God, and that's really good, man. That's a blessing to be that young and to be that connected, you know, to the Most High. My wife, she landed in California safely. Thank you guys for your prayers and encouragement. You know, she made it to California. What's your perfect vlogging day look like? That's a great question. Ooh, that's a good question. I would say like it's not too hot. The temperature is comfortable. You know, people out having a good time, people smiling and happy. You know, the finances are right, so maybe I can go stop somewhere and grab like a little snack or something. You know, and really just, you know, my health is good, waking up in a good mood, thanking God. You should read verse 14, chapter 3. Yeah, you told me that. I was going to, actually. I left my Bible at home. I should, is there a way like you can share a screen on this? I don't know if you can. It's so good. Yeah, is there a way like you can, y'all know, like, can you share a screen on these? You don't know how? Let's see. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. Like, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up and if you can still see me. Let me see if you can. When I did that, did it go away? You can still see me? Okay, YouTube Live, you can definitely share your screen during the live stream, but how you do it depends on your software or platform you're using to broadcast. Okay. It lagged out. Okay, yeah, I was just pulling it up, the verse. Got you. Yeah, I'll try to pull it. I'll try to do it next time. I was gonna do some scripture reading, you know, but Romans 8:28, all things work out for good to those who love God, those who are called according to his purpose. I live by that verse, you know, Romans 8:28, you know. It's a really good verse to anchor yourself on, man, when you get like real discouraged. You up, mama? You up? Maybe you can copy and paste Romans 14:3 inside the live, and I can read it. Maybe you could put it in there. I'll walk over here. Yeah, but just trying to just accept that, you know, these drivers gonna be that way. Oh, and greed. Nice. So, yeah, go grab your Bible. People wondering why these houses not selling and why people not going to Vegas, and because people tired of your greed, man. People tired of your greedy attitude, your greedy request, raising the prices up on things that really shouldn't be that expensive. People tired of it, man. People tired of it. Greed is gonna make a lot of these towns ghost towns. Greed is gonna make your company go bankrupt. Greed is gonna make the real estate market crash. You know, greed is gonna make busy cities ghost towns. I'm telling you. You know, we live in such a greedy economy. People mad at us regular average people. They mad at us like we the one that own the businesses and own the companies and control the gas prices and grocery prices. They mad at us. We don't raise the prices on groceries. I don't have no power over that. People displace their anger when they in a greedy economy because they can't really attack a faceless brand. You know, who are you going to attack? The grocery producer? Who are you going to attack? You know, so they see everyday people. That's why they get in these cars, man. People got a lot of displaced anger, man. What's the difference between ambition and greed? I would say ambition is, in a way, like a force that's powered by the good of humanity. Usually when people are ambitious about something, it's because they want true, pure ambition. There's always a light and a dark side, right? So the light side of ambition is like people are motivated and inspired by doing something good for humanity. You know, true ambition is doing something good, you know, for the people, and that goodness inspires you to do the right thing. Greed is the dark side of ambition, right? Where it's like you're motivated, you're inspired, but it's about what's for me, not about what's for the people. You're not really thinking about benefiting the collective or the group. You're thinking about benefiting yourself at the expense of others' finances, others' income. Like, ambition is the light side, the dark side is greed, man. Ambition is having motivation and courage and a passion to produce for the good of humanity. You know, greed is like the dark side of ambition, where you're inspired, but you're only inspired for like selfish gain. How would you convince someone to give up their greed? By looking at the consequences of their greed on themselves. People are selfish, so you can't really get them to look at the consequences on other people. You gotta look at it, how is it affecting you, right? Do you want to be the person that walks in the room of good-mannered people and people who are trying to do their best, and they know you to be a person of greed? Do you want that negative energy on you? People are kind of looking at you like, oh, that's so-and-so, he's greedy. You know, she's greedy. Like, do you want to wear that? Some people don't mind. Like, yeah, I don't mind. I'll be greedy, you know. But how's it affecting your health? You know, what would you do if you suddenly had everything you ever wanted? Bow my head down to the ground, man, and just thank the Most High. You know, thank the Most High for giving me everything, you know, that I ever wanted. It took me a while to realize that a lot of the stuff that I wanted wasn't stuff that I needed, you know. And that's a good question, though. How about you? What would you do, Agent? What would you do if you suddenly got everything you wanted? What would you do? Got your Bible? Yeah, pull up Romans 14:3. Let's see what it's talking about. You mentioned it. I was sure was thinking about that. Sometimes getting everything you wanted isn't always a good thing, because it kills your ambition. I think that's the difference between a want and a need. It's like when you get too much of what you want, it helps lower your motivation and decreases your motivation to get the things that you need. But when you get everything you need, it makes you put more in perspective and reduce that greed to get what you want. I feel like the difference between ambition and greed is ambition is driven by need. Greed is driven by want. You know, it's two different forces driving each of them. You know. Yeah, but that's greed. People are like, oh, I think one of the hotels in Vegas is like, yeah, we're gonna reduce the prices. No resort fee, no resort fee. It's too late, man. It's too late. Even the earth is fed up from just our collective greed. You know, volcanoes along the specific sort of like like a line, or I can't think of what it is, but they were saying like multiple volcanoes are starting to heat up and the world is getting fed up. If I got everything I wanted, I realized that maybe I didn't actually know what I really wanted in the first place. So I'd start setting new goals, chasing new dreams. I know, right? Really wise man, Agent 327, really wise man. For you, what's the difference between ambition and greed? Agent 327. Yeah, greed is a really, really sick thing, you know? It really is. Just I don't know, it just kind of doesn't make room for other people in the room. It just, when people are led by greed and selfish gain, there's no room for everybody else to breathe. You know, it's probably good that we didn't get everything we wanted, right? It's probably good that a lot of us wasn't born with a whole lot of money and resources, because then we wouldn't care about what we needed. You know, when you get everything you want, you don't really care about what you need, you know? So a lot of times people who are really wealthy, you know, they need certain personal development areas or certain things about their personality that can be refined, but they're like, I don't need to worry about that because I got everything I want. Why would I need to worry about personal development, right? Yeah, you just go to Romans 14. Ambition is the healthy desire to grow, improve, and achieve meaningful goals. It's driven by passion, purpose, and the pursuit of personal and professional growth. Ambition pushes you to work hard, okay? Awesome, that's good. I couldn't have said it any better. That's good. Greed, on the other hand, is an excessive and selfish desire for more, usually more money, power, or possessions, without regard for others or the consequences. It's driven by fear. Ooh, I like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. How does a person, Agent 327, prevent their ambition from transforming into greed? When do they draw the line? How do we know enough is enough as human beings? Love that definition, Agent 327. So happy to have you in my chat. It's really good knowledge to put out there, good wisdom. You can tell you're very blessed. That's really great. Great insight. I think I was greedy when I was younger. When I was dating, I just felt like, you know, I felt like I couldn't have enough. I always wanted more. Mama. I date one person. If it didn't work out, go to the next one. If it didn't work out, go to the next one. I wasn't valuing myself. That's another characteristic about greed too. I gotta go. I will read it next live stream. Bye. Okay, no problem. Have a blessed day. Greed neglects self-care. Doesn't take into consideration like your mental health and your well-being a lot of times. You have to go to bed? Okay. Sleep well. Hope you rest well. Yeah, so that's what's, you keep ambition from turning into greed by staying honest with yourself. Absolutely. Staying honest with yourself Why do I want this? If it's about growing, improving, or building something meaningful, cool, that's ambition. But if it starts to become all about having more just to have more, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's why Las Vegas is turning into a ghost town. That's why the real estate market is crashing. That's why we're experiencing the things that we're experiencing. Is because of greed. Greed is individuals wanting more and more and more, can't get enough. And they can't get enough. They cannot get enough. Have a blessed one. Thank you. Yeah, but I was greedy. I was. Core values are key. Absolutely. Your non-negotiables, your priorities, what makes your life meaningful, what drives you, what's your North Star, what's the bigger picture. You know, it's a great point. I gotta stop saying you know, man. That's my wife, she gets so annoyed when I do that. Even me, I was listening to my videos the other day. I said, you know so much, I was tired of listening to the video. And it was a good video, but sometimes little things like that can make people kind of like check out because they're like, man, like, he has to work on that. Yeah, core values, I talk about this all the time. When you're not led by your core values, you end up making decisions that are emotional, irrational, that can put more distance between you and your value system. When you make emotionally minded decisions and irrational decisions, you get actually removed from your core value system. That's why it's so important to even have a list of core values. I tell people all the time, do you have a visible list of values, of things that's important to you? Because if you don't, you're going to end up doing what's important to others, or what you perceive to be. Greed is also a product of social desirability. People believe if they have more and they desire more and they keep getting more and more, it'll make them more socially acceptable. They feel like, oh, well, I gotta have this extra thing because people will love me more, people will accept me more, so I have to get more. A lot of times, greed doesn't just stop at the individual. It goes to like them trying to impress other people. I was just talking about this today in a session about the value of core values and having them locked in. If a person truly lives along with their core values, it keeps them in a space of integrity. If a person has a value of faith, spirituality, they're going to make healthier choices than if they were just to kind of go off their selfish instincts. Hey, mama. Get her some water. You don't want it? Respect, integrity, gratitude, discipline, and growth. Humbleness, kindness, right. It's dope. Great set of values, really great set of values. Probably take her back to the playground, let her get on a slide or something and play around. There's nothing but water out here. We already went swimming earlier. It's a great set of values. Respect, integrity, gratitude, discipline, and growth. Humility, kindness. Excellent. Excellent. Take a walk back over here. And each culture, each race operates. Culture is a social narrative that culture is just race and culture is just a social narrative that's scripted around a certain set of value systems. That's all it is. It's a narrative that's crafted by either a group or it can even be attributed to them. Because sometimes some race and cultural narratives are not even organic from the group. Sometimes it's just scripts that are put on certain groups, but it's all built off of values. Like with black people, because that's all I can speak on, right? Because I'm black. We have a sort of organic values that are true to us. Like hip hop, I want to say is important to us. It may not be important to everybody, but African Americans who know the history and what hip hop culture was about when it first originated, and it being a way for us to give our version of the news and what was going on in our communities and express our creativity. It was initially for good reason. Now, society and other groups may say, well, the new hip hop or some aspects of the culture of hip hop has a lot of violence and has a lot of negativity. So we're going to attribute to you guys the value of, you must really like drama and conflict, ignorance, violence. You guys must really value that. Being ghetto and ignorant. And it's not just, this doesn't just happen to African Americans, it happens to all of us. Some Asians, people attribute to them, oh, you're good at math. Academics must be really important to you. You could be an Asian that could care less about academics. You just wanna live. You might not necessarily hate education, but that may not be what's driving you. But socially, people attribute values to you. They tag some of this stuff onto you. That's why a lot of people don't even want to deal with people these days. Sometimes they don't even want to go outside and interact with people because they're like, I don't want to play by other people's rules anymore. If I want to deal with people, I want them to see me for my humanity, not just for any script they're attaching to me. And it's hard to do that because we live in a world where people got free will. If they want to apply script to you, they're going to apply that script to you. It depends on where you're at. You can't hide from life. You can't hide. Be yourself, but it's nothing wrong with setting boundaries and guarding your heart. Okay, Mama, Daddy go take you to the park so you can go play. So that's all social narratives and race and culture, all that stuff is fundamentally is value doctrines. What people believe is important, or what the perception of what they believe is important to you. When I was single and dating, a lot of women, because I like diversity, so I'm not gonna always date black women. So when I would talk to other cultures, they have the impression that for me it was a value to be a player, even though they don't even know me, but that's what they are going to attach to me based off what they observe and what they learn. So it got to the point where when I was dating like strictly American women, it was like they felt like they had me down packed. Oh, you're the player, you're the black guy. Oh, I know black guys like you, and you guys like to do this. You guys like to play games. You guys are not loyal and faithful, and oh, and don't let them find out you got kids. Oh man, you're really done for it in terms of like the social narrative. You know, that's why it just, in some ways, I don't really blame a lot of African Americans for just, especially the men, I don't blame them from just opting out of the dating game, because dating is all about social narratives and discourses, and I'm telling you, that's all really dating is. You know, it's value-driven narratives, basically. And if people are willing to buy into it, and if it matches, if the perception of the narrative that they have attributed to you matches what they're looking for, then you start dating or what they're looking for. Damn, they be out here jamming with the slow jams. They jamming. I'm thinking these some brothers, guys. Look, I'm attaching narratives, right? I'm thinking there's some brothers coming. These Polynesians and Hawaiians out here, they playing some of them hits. They like, man, y'all black people ain't the only ones that got no taste, man. You know, all right, I got it. What's the dumbest event that could instantly make you famous? That's a good question. The dumbest event that could make you famous. Let me think about that. The dumbest event that can make you famous. Trying to be like something that you're not. You know it's not in your character to cheat, to be disloyal and unfaithful, but you do it, and now you're famous, right? Like that CEO, dumbest event.
I think they live with it. That's where they sleep.
Cheating. People look at you, and that's what I think was such a system shock for a lot of the, because people, you know, white people, they look at white people like that they can do no wrong. You might have a Donald Trump and certain. But most people look at, you know, white people like the straight and narrow. Y'all got white people are the standard. That's the narrative. So when they see a white man cheating on his wife at that level, it's like if they making it entertaining now, but unconsciously they're like, wow, you know, wowzers. I wasn't expecting that. That's usually that's what black folks do. You know, that's sort of how it is. We don't expect the white people to do that type of stuff. But see, that just goes to show you that we're all not that different from each other. It's not just a white or black thing. If you're not going to be loyal, you're not going to be loyal, you know. And I believe that's a lot of the advantage that white men have, is that most people assume good intentions. So you might be a cheater or unfaithful, but these ladies, if you look good enough, they don't give a damn. they gonna run to their family and tell their family they got a white man. They don't give a damn if you a player or you a cheater or they don't give a damn, because the first assumption of your culture is you guys are the standard, you guys do right. So they don't even really recognize a lot of the ill will some white guys do till it's too late. They're like, damn, I didn't realize he was sleeping with everybody in the damn community. If your culture was a short film, what scene would absolutely have to be in it? Awesome question. If my culture was a short film, what scene would have to absolutely be in it is you going to environments where everybody's being treated fairly and equally, and maybe they're struggling with shortcomings and you're struggling with shortcomings, but yours matter more. Your shortcomings matter more than the other people's. Yeah, these other guys might have shortcomings too, but you're supposed to be perfect, and you got one little thing, you're out of here. Those moments where you get rejected just for being human like everybody else, but because you look like you look, because you're quote unquote black, right? You're out of here. You don't get the same amount of empathy that would have to be in there. That those moments where you're thinking you can get treated with the same empathy and compassion, but you don't, because you already have a strike on you because you're black. Then you might have a baby mama, or you might have some sort of like other stuff attached to you, and then they're gonna look at you as less human. Like you don't deserve love. You don't deserve this. Go back out there and go get another baby mama, another person that's not qualified just like you, and go create the same thing. Go recreate the same cycle. I could have helped you break the cycle. Yeah, I could have helped you. I could have shown you the right way and help you, coach you and inspire you to do the right thing and boost you up. But nah, you got strikes on you. Go ahead and go back out there and go back to the cycle, man. I would show that, you know. And you just after a while, you just kind of learn to just deal with it. Who gets to tell the story and who's always left out? Well, the person that would get to tell the story is the person who the story is trying to educate about. It's better to tell a story by the person. If you're talking about a culture or talking about a group of people, it's better for those group of people that's being talked about to tell that story, because who knows you better than you? If I was to write a story about you or a book about you, if I don't interview you, everybody might read it, but you may not read it because it didn't capture, your family might not read it because it didn't really capture the essence of who you really are. But if you're included, then that what makes the difference. The people that get left out are the people who are not aligned with the overall intention of the story, which is to educate and to increase awareness, and who act as barriers against that because for whatever reason they have a greedy agenda. They get left out because that just further suppresses us coming together as human beings and really activating our humanity. So hope you guys having a blessed evening. I'm gonna take my daughter to the park for a little bit, let her go up the slide and run around, play for a little bit. I appreciate you, Agent 327, Ike Man, Rooston. My younger people, they got bedtime, so they had to leave, but I appreciate them. They always come and showing love, and you guys liking and subbing. You really been helping my channel grow a lot. You know, maybe one day I can have a donate button. You know, all I'm gonna do is just use the funds to get better and better. Right now, I'm good where I'm at. I'm not desperate for no money or nothing like that. I'm good where I'm at. Like I said, all my other videos, you know, it's not about having more and more and more and more. I'm blessed with what I have, honestly. What's up? It's a Wealthy Life. What's going on, man? Good to see you. All right, mama. Yeah, It's a Wealthy Life. We're just out here at here, mama. Dude, I just got monetized today, crossed the 1K subs. Oh, that's awesome, man. Congratulations. How awesome is that? Good news. You deserve it. Yeah, it is beautiful out here. You deserve it. It's a Wealthy Life. You've been humping, man. You've been working. You deserve it. You've been doing this for some time, too, man. You deserve it. I'm so proud of you. I mean that sincerely, because that's not easy. Yeah, it's very beautiful out here. That is not easy. Man, I'm so happy for you. And I hope you grow and you get more. You deserve more, man. All the work you've been putting in, you deserve more blessings. Not from a greedy perspective, but just from an ambitious perspective. So proud of you, man. Wow, it's good news. I gotta watch her. She like to climb on top of tables. Then she done busted her lip at least 6-7 times, man, trying to. A big YouTuber reacted to one of my videos today. I saw this weird spike of subs. That's awesome. That's awesome. You see how God work, man? You never know. You support you've been supporting, and I see you supporting other small channels like mine and showing people love, and you see how God work. He was paying attention. People are watching you too. You support other people and you lift people up and they lift you up. You know, because I've been paying attention to you, and I was seeing that. I was like, man, this guy, he's always showing love to everybody, even black folks. You know, I mean, race isn't everything, but I appreciate when people can be diverse and connect with other cultures, even though they don't, you know. I know sometimes some of my stuff might hit hard, but you always been supportive and showed up. You know, God sees that, you know, he blessed you. You know, you deserve it. I'm really sincerely happy for you, man. That's awesome. Dang, you need to celebrate. How you gonna celebrate, man? Go treat yourself. Treat yourself. Yeah, my lives have been increasing a lot. I've been noticing, like, I've been doing like over 100 views on my lives. God bless you guys for showing up, and I have empathy and put myself in other shoes. You sure do. I'm a witness. You do. You sure do. You sure do. You have empathy. You put yourself in other shoes. Yeah, the lives are turning up, man. I've been getting more love on my lives than when I do the scripted videos. I think people just want to see me just be authentic and just just talk, you know. Like I'm gonna still do some of the videos too, but I'm noticing like they really like the lives. Yeah, looking for your next videos, man. What's you got cooking next? What you gonna? Uh oh, she got her a stick. Uh oh, mama, what you about to do? She's a little nature Jedi warrior. What you gonna do, mama? Oh man, got monetized. That's dope. Yeah, go treat yourself, man. Get you a little meal or something, man. Go celebrate. That's a major accomplishment. It is so hard to get monetized on YouTube. My next video tomorrow is why financial guilt might be a green flag for building a long-term relationship. Okay, I like that. Why financial guilt might be a green flag for building a long-term relationship. We got ice cream from Culver's tonight. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yeah. You gotta celebrate that, man. That's huge. YouTube is probably one of the hardest companies, hardest platforms to really get monetized on. That's man. And you did it so smart by just posting those videos, like you said, just being consistent. And then you really did it the right way. I did it the opposite way. I went straight to the subs, and I'm working on the videos now. But you know, yeah, check out his channel. It's a Wealthy Life. Go support my man. You see, he put some really good work out. He put a lot of work in. You go to his video list and you go look. He put in. I respect people that just put time in. You know, I really respect that because it's not easy. It's not. You know. It's a quote that says, when you say yes to some things, you say no to other things. So when you're saying yes to doing lives and videos, sometimes you might have to say no to your kids for an hour. You might have to say no to other important things. So it's a sacrifice. Yep, you sure did. I have a long form video every day in 2025. That's what I'm saying. You inspired me. I was like, man, if he can do this every day and get on here, I need to. And it's humbling too. When you record every day, it's so humbling. Like when you're doing it every single day, it really humbles you. Like, man, you know, I'm no better than you guys. I'm just a regular person living life. Really humbling experience. Yeah, you are doing the lives, man, almost every day. Yeah, I'm trying to. Some days I might miss out because I'm just exhausted, but I was even hearing from some people, they say even when you just don't feel like doing it, just do it anyway. So I just try to push myself to just keep posting and staying consistent. God wouldn't bring me this far for nothing. But that really inspired me, man. You finally got monetized. Even before you did, it was inspiring because you was putting so much work in. So now I'm even more inspired. Like, okay, you should go do some reflection on being a father of 2 here and there. Yeah, I'm a father of 3, actually 4, because I got a stepdaughter. Really 5, because I got 2 stepdaughters, one from a previous marriage. I still claim her as my daughter. But yeah, being a father of 2, being a father of 5, it's and I started at a young age. I was like 20 with my son, and then his mother had a baby before. So yeah, I'll talk about that. Just how did that look like, being a father at a young age, and you know, a black father, and just how the lessons that I learned. Yeah, it's a Wealthy Life. I have my daughter full time. Her mother flew back to California today, so I told her mom that I'll keep the baby until she figure out what she's gonna do with the house. So I've been, it's just me and my daughter out here. We stayed in Hawaii. I work virtually, so I can leave really anytime, but I have an apartment out here, so I told her we'll stay out here, and it's just a good environment in Hawaii. California sometimes it's good too, but all the kids are on their tablets and all their parents are tired from work, so sometimes you might not have any kids at the park or playgrounds, depending on where you at. San Diego was good, but Orange County, Ladera Ranch area, it's a different class of people, so I want the kids to be out and to be socialized. And you could come out here on the beach every day in Hawaii. You can go to the parks. You can come out and see. If I was in California right now, I would be more than likely in the house. I wouldn't even, it's no place I really feel motivated to go out and do in Ladera Ranch in Orange County. And I'm not hating there. It's a beautiful neighborhood, safe. It looks really nice. So I'm not knocking it, but it's just me. I'm a really outdoors person. I don't like being in a box. So I just say, I'll keep her, stay out here. And it's been hard. Just, I miss her mom. And sometimes you kind of take for granted when you got mom there and she does so much. Moms do so much. And when they're not here, you really realize how much of an impact they have on the parenting team. Right, yeah, she's just exploring, doing her thing. But one thing I learned with her mom not here is like, man, you gotta really be attentive and make a lot of sacrifices when you're the only parent. As I was saying this earlier, it's a wealthy life. I got so much respect for like single parents. Oh my gosh, like I was like a single parent, but I was like a weekend dad. So of course I had my time. I could do things. I could go hang out with the friends. I could do stuff. But when you're a single mom or a single dad, you don't have that time like that. It's like you make it, but it's not the same. In the beginning, it was a little bit depressing. I was like, man, yeah, you have to be attentive when my wife is away. It is work. It's work. You ain't never lying. I appreciate my wife even more. I'm just like, man, she was telling me, she was like, yeah, this is what I was dealing with every day. I'm like, I was there too, but I guess she's right. Like it was like I was working. So it's like when I come in after work, she's already done had 10 hours worth of working. So she's right. I see what she's saying. It's a lot of work having kids, man. It's a lot of work. I'm telling you. They got so much energy. That's why I bring her out here to let her play and burn out some of this energy. Because if they don't burn it out outside, all they're going to do is tear up the house. So it's like, just let them come out in nature, run around, do their thing. Hey, mama. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I think Jordan Peterson said, what else would you be doing if you wasn't being a father and a faithful husband, but, living a selfish life, pretty much? That eroticism, what else would I be doing? Playing a video game or something? So no better way to spend my time than just to be with my kids and watching them grow. My other two, my 12-year-old and my son, he'll be 18. Those years go by so fast. He's at that stage now where he knows it all, and he's the man now. So I gotta kind of meet him where he's at. You would not be seeing that beautiful, fun smile. No, right? That's why I be telling guys, like, don't hate on fatherhood, because what else you can be doing in your 30s and your 40s but sitting around looking at everybody or raising somebody else's kids, chasing after somebody else's daughter, or arguing with somebody else's son. Why not take care of your own kids? Take care of your own. What else is going on? It's not that much going on in life. When you're young, you think it's so much out in the world. Like, oh my God, I'm missing out. You're not missing out on nothing, man. I done did all the clubs. I done went to all the places. I done had all the stuff you can imagine. And I ain't got nothing to show for it. Ain't nothing out there but your family, really. Your friends. You guys not missing nothing. What they got that, what is it called, FOMO? What's it, fear of missing out? Let me think of an opposite. Mono, you're missing out on nothing. Moon, Muno. You're missing out on nothing. FOMO, if you got FOMO, that was called, hit it with that moon. Missing out on nothing, okay? What flavor would your aura be if it was turned into a soda? 21 years married today. Congratulations, man. Yeah, it's a wealthy life. That name is fitting. You're very rich, man. You're spiritually rich. 21 years married. Your channel got monetized, kids, family. And I know you work in tech too. You got intellectual gifts and capacities. Yeah, you blessed, man. He said it's a wealthy life. I know that's right. That's how I look at it. We got God the Father as we got the kingdom. We got the creator of all the money, all the gold, all the wealth inside of us, right? Can't put a price on us. It's a wealthy life. What flavor would your aura be if it was turned into a soda? That is such a, Agent 327, man, you need to come to my chats often, man. You're that guy, and I love your name. you kind of remind me of back in the day in Yahoo Chat when I used to always be interested by people who had those really smooth names, and they would be so intelligent. You know, I love that. You got like superpowers, man. You must be like a little X-Man or something. You really got some supernatural gifts. My aura, if it was a soda, what what flavor would your aura be if it was turned into a soda? That is such an awesome question. You've been nailing it with these questions. I would say, mm, like a purple, berry, sort of like a raspberry, like a purplish. Hello, sorry about that. She do that all the time. She exploring. Oh look, you got a little baby there. Oh, that is so cool. A little radio flyer. Oh, that is so cool. You got that out here?
Yeah, we got this for our other daughter, and we didn't use it for a long time.
Mm,
It's 6 now. And
nice.
we had this one, and we were like, oh, perfect.
That's perfect. Was it expensive?
I can't remember.
I'm gonna have to look that up. That's really
It was
cool.
a birthday a few years ago.
Oh, I get
So
you.
it's a
Price
birthday
might change.
present.
Oh, I see.
And then
I'm always asking that. I shouldn't have to worry about that. Just kidding.
probably less than a hundred.
That is so cool.
It's a, it folds up.
Mm,
Easy, and this thing that pops off and you don't need it.
nice. Oh wow. So you can have the top off.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well, have a blessed ride. Enjoy your day.
We'll be back around.
Nice. Enjoy your walk. You got the radio flyer pusher. That's what I need for this one right here. I'm gonna get her one of those. Let her sit in there and just kind of push her around. Sorry I comment so much. I just know how lives are, and it's nice to help you talk about other stuff. No, don't be sorry, man. Keep commenting. There's nothing wrong with that. Be yourself. Yeah, I have people come in here and they ask questions and stuff. Yeah, be yourself. Yeah, it would be, yeah, like a raspberry, like a purplish bluish, like a raspberry blueberry kind of mixture, because you know red and blue mixes purple anyway, so like a raspberry blueberry mixed soda. That would be like my order. No, don't be sorry. It's a wealthy life. All your comments are gold, man. Who better to comment in a person live than somebody like you, man? You're big. You talk about people big coming in your chat. It's because you're big, man. Don't minimize yourself. You're big. They might be looking at you, looking up to you. Sometimes some people are big, but it depends on who you're asking. You know, everybody's definition of big is different. You know, you're big. You know, YouTube doesn't define your bigness. You know. Let's see. Are you flying back to California or moving to Hawaii for good? You keeping places in both states? Great question. That's what we're trying to figure out. My wife, she owns the house in California, so that's why I let her go back and just put all her energy in worrying about that. You know, I didn't want her having to chase the baby and then worrying about real estate at the same time. So I told her, let me take care of this. And she's going to have to figure out whether she wants to keep the property or sell it. Right now, the real estate market is looking like walking blindfolded. So I don't know how she's going to, what she's going to do with that. I really don't know. So we'll see. We'll see, but I have an apartment out here, but actually I'm probably going to look for someone else to sublease it. I have a lease until July. I'll probably have somebody come over and take over the lease because she don't really like the apartment. She think it look too old. You know, Chinese women, they really have good, you know, high quality taste. So she don't want to live in, you know, I'm military, so I can live in a 1276 apartment, fix it up, put some tape on the bathtub, whatever I got to do. I'm all right. It's 1276, so I'm not tripping. It's just temporary, but she wants something really nice. What you doing, my little MacGyver? Oh, you done figure something out? Oh gosh, she done figure something out. Yeah, so I'm gonna sublease it. I've advertised the apartment. It's in downtown Hilo. I love it. It's basically walking distance to everything, but she wants something more nicer, so I'll probably end up getting rid of that and probably flying back to California in a couple of months. I want to give it some time because we're also working on our marriage too. Been trying to work on our communication and stuff like that. So probably fly back in a couple of months, but I don't want to fly back really. I do, but I don't. It's like I do because I want us to keep the family together, have all the girls together. But then it's like I don't because look at this. Like, why would I want to leave this? You know, like, But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, guys. When you have a family and you have kids, and you might find something that you really, really like or really, really love, but you gotta make sacrifices until it's the time. Maybe it's not time right now. I can't wait to get back to Hawaii. Agent says, do chairs ever think about us sitting on them, or do they just accept the disrespect? I know, right? Well, you know, they say in quantum physics, all material things are really immaterial and are driven by electrons, and all physical things have life in them. Even the trees, nature, all this stuff has life in it and can communicate. So I believe it. I believe it could be a possibility. Everything has life in the universe. I believe that. So yeah, my phone is at 2%, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and check out. I appreciate you, Agent 327. It's a wealthy life. Rustin, what is your absolute favorite place in Hawaii? Oh man, that's a good question. I think right now Coconut Island and Liliuokalani Gardens over here is my favorite place right now. I done came over here at least 7, 8 times, guys. Probably 10 times since I've been out here. I would say this is my favorite place. Got the gardens on the other side. You got the beach practically on one side. You can go fishing. You get the ocean breeze. I would say Liliuokalani Gardens, and over here on Coconut Island. It's gorgeous over here. Really chill, really good environment. They got a little restaurant over here. Really great food over there. Not too expensive. So I would say here. I just discovered this. I would have said Oahu and Waikiki, but now that I'm really exploring, I would say Hilo area and the Lily Gardens and the Coconut Island, I would say. You gotta check it out. It's just amazing. That's why it's so hard for me to leave. We came out here on vacation, guys. I went and booked me an apartment. My wife was like, what the hell are you doing? You're not gonna wait until... Guys, don't be like me. I was just like, man, you gotta be out here. So only to turn around and have to get rid of the apartment. So yeah, you guys have a blessed evening. Congratulations, It's a Wealthy Life on being monetized. That's a blessing, man. It's getting late. Probably go take the daughter to the park so she can run around. It's not, the sun isn't beaming out here, so she can actually play. Aloha. God bless you guys. Randy Wineglass, LMFT. Peace.